Montero Lamar Hill, mostly known as Lil Nas X, is an artist that has been sweeping the globe with his critically acclaimed music. He came into the public eye after releasing his popular single Old Town Road in 2019, and several other songs that got popular and won many awards and praise in the midst of Lil Nas X's career. With that being said, we will be looking into the rise of Lil Nas X and how he became an underground rapper to a mainstream artist. This is the Lil Nas X Hard Hitter documentary.
That one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Back in the 70s, hip-hop arose after the civil rights era and the 60s died off. At the time, it was a small underground genre of music that was mostly explored in block parties. But as the years went by, specifically in the 90s, hip-hop became more widespread and mainstream in society, with many rappers rapping about society's problems such as racism, their own or others' personal problems, and more. Many say that this era of hip-hop and rap was the golden age for the genre and the culture. Fast forward a few years later and many more become seen in the public eye. Out of all those artists, however, one of them stands out, and to this day, he still dominates the music industry as a whole. Lil Nas X didn't really have an online or mainstream presence. In 2017, he anonymously ran a Nicki Minaj stan Twitter account that gained some traction, but it was taken down due to supposedly violating Twitter's spam policy. After graduating high school in 2018, he enrolled in college and lived with his sister at the time. Montero started making music in May of 2018, and in July of 2018, he released his debut album Nazarati, which contained 10 songs he single-handedly made. After dropping out of college to pursue his music career in October of 2018, he released his second album called October 31st, which contained 4 different songs he also single-handedly made. While everything was going well for Montero, his sister eventually kicked him out of her place, and he had no place to stay. Out of options, he moved in with his brother, but it unfortunately came with a lot of domestic violence. Despite that, he carried on making music, and little did he know, the next song he would make would be his magnum opus. In December of 2018, Montero released a new single entitled Old Town Road. At the time of the song's release, Montero was broke and didn't have any money to promote it, but thankfully for him, there was a way to promote it for free. Using TikTok, he created memes using the song in hopes of the song gaining traction via TikTok's algorithm, and it did. Around the time his memes would pick up some momentum, a TikTok trend called the Yeehaw Challenge would become popular, and a lot of people found Montero's song to be a perfect fit for the trend. As a result, in March of 2019, the song went onto the Billboard Hot Country Songs list, but it was unfortunately removed due to it being a country hip-hop hybrid. Consequently, a lot of people argued on whether or not it would qualify as a country song. Many assumed that it was due to Lil Nas X's race it was taken down. Despite that, Old Town Road would continue to thrive and would make history in the music industry as a whole. A remix was later released in April of 2019 featuring popular country artist Billy Ray Cyrus, and for 19 weeks straight, Old Town Road would remain #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 list. Needless to say, Montero was on the top of the world, and with the success of Old Town Road, Montero signed a record deal with Columbia Records. He was also able to afford an apartment and help his mom with drug rehab. Then, later in June of 2019, Montero released his second album, Episode 7, which contained Old Town Road and the remix along with some new songs. 2 of those songs in particular, Panini and Rodeo, would rise to the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 list. Toward the end of June of 2019, he came out of the closet through his song Closure, which is very brave for him to do as he became the idol of many LGBT people alike. In late July of 2019, Panini would win a Song of the Year award, which would make Montero the first openly gay music artist to be awarded it. As a return to his roots, Lil Nas X made a surprise appearance at the high school he went to in September of 2019, and performed Old Town Road and Panini in the Gymnasium in front of thousands of students. However, while Montero was thriving as an artist, he was having a hard time in his personal life. After he came out, he lost a lot of fans for that very reason, and he later faced a lawsuit over his previous song Carry On, which was featured in the previously mentioned Maserati mixtape. The company that filed this lawsuit was the Music Force, and according to the Lil Nas X wiki, they were suing Lil Nas X for $25 million because the song was sampled from another song also called Carry On by Bobby Cadwell. On top of that, his mom wasn't really doing well in rehab, and he was going through a bad breakup with his now ex-boyfriend. He contemplated suicide with all the stress he had to endure, but thankfully he didn't, and he kept on the grind. After all, this was only just the beginning of his journey.
Breaking developments in the coronavirus emergency in the US and around the world. The number of cases soaring just today.
Breaking news, stay at home. That is the order tonight from 4 state governors as the coronavirus pandemic spreads.
Thousands of passengers on their cruise ship are stuck at sea on the coast of California right now, confined to their rooms as they wait for test results.
2020 was the start of a new decade, but unfortunately, it didn't start off too strong with the COVID-19 pandemic running rampant and with everyone being forced to stay at home. However, despite all of this, Montero still got to work on his next and up-and-coming mixtape simply called Montero. In July, he teased the song on his Twitter with a short clip of him driving in his car listening to what we all know now is Call Me By Your Name, which will be talked about later on. Several months later, particularly in November, Montero teased a new single entitled Holiday, along with a surprise that nobody expected.
Are you guys ready for the first ever performance of my brand new single, Holiday? Let's make some noise, let's make it snow. Uh-oh, it looks like we're stuck in this bubble. I'm gonna need your help. Send me some love, and we're gonna crack this thing wide open.
On November 10th, Montero and Roblox collabed to bring the platform's first ever virtual concert experience, the Lil Nas X Concert Experience. When this event was first announced, it was incredibly hyped by the Roblox community since an event like this has never transpired throughout the time Roblox existed. Usually, Roblox events would be simple and cheap sponsored events, but on November 14th, the day the event went on, it was unlike any previous event. The concert featured 4 songs, which were Old Town Road, Rodeo, Panini, and of course Holiday in that order. It was synonymous with Fortnite's Marshmello and Travis Scott concert events, as it featured Lil Nas X dancing to each of the songs while wearing the appropriate attire for them, all of which were featured in the official music videos for those songs. Not only was this event well made, but it was made with love and creativity in mind. The most unique thing about the event was the fact that Montero actually danced in real life with motion capturing. That was also something that has never been done in Roblox before, as every animation on Roblox was single-handedly created. Love it or hate it, the event truly was unique for Roblox standards. But while the event was all hunky-dory for the most part, it had a lot of glaring issues.
Oh yes! Yes, Queen! Hit that jig! Look at him! Look at him go!
Oh my god! He's cheap posing! He's doing the thing!
When the concert went live, a lot of players had trouble loading into the concert, and others witnessed a bunch of bugs and glitches such as the Lil Nas X model not loading in textures and animations, the concert itself soft locking, and other problems. This issue occurred due to Roblox's servers not handling the over 200,000 people teleporting to the event experience at the same time. Now, despite some people's disappointment, it actually added some charm to the event, as a lot of players that attended the event found the bugs and glitches to be humorous. And humorous it was. In the end, the concert was a huge success, and it was a win for both Roblox and Montero.
Thank you guys for coming. You are amazing. I had so much fun. I hope you liked Holiday. It's available now. Go give it a listen. Night, night.
With With the COVID-19 pandemic dying down, more and more countries were reversing lockdowns and mandatory requirements for going out in public. While COVID became less prevalent, the same could not be said for Montero when in March of 2021, the previously teased song Call Me By Your Name was released. And when it did, it took over the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. But unfortunately, it wouldn't be long before the song and music video got into some controversy, particularly with religious extremists. The song is essentially a commentary about how a lot of religions view homosexuality as a sin, with the music video featuring Montero pole dancing down into hell and then proceeding to give Satan a lap dance. Because of this, a lot of extremists viewed him as a Satanist that aims to spread gay agenda to children. A few days after releasing Call Me By Your Name, Montero partnered with Mischief to release 666 pairs of modified Nike shoes that were priced at $1,000 a pair. Shortly after the release, Nike took notice of the shoes and sued Mischief and Lil Nas X over trademark issues. Eventually, the shoes were recalled and the lawsuit was dropped. In response to the backlash the song received from many extremists, Montero made a few lighthearted joke tweets saying that he'll make Chick-fil-A shoes to even the score. After the Satan shoes controversy died down, Montero went on to tease Industry Baby and release a new single entitled Sun Goes Down. The song and music video essentially reflects on Montero's past and the hardships he had to bear through, such as accepting his homosexuality and even mentioning the fact that he had a Nicki Minaj Twitter stan account he used to manage. Montero explained why he named the song Sun Goes Down in a tweet he made. Quote, "I named the song Sun Goes Down because I feel like at night is when those thoughts you try to avoid really start to hit and you can't escape them." End quote. Following the release of the song, Montero went on to Saturday Night Live to perform it along with Call Me By Your Name in front of a live audience. But little did he know an embarrassing event would transpire while he performed. Toward the end of the Call Me By Your Name song, he made an awkward move while dancing on a pole and ended up ripping the middle of his pants. Thankfully, he didn't end up hanging brain in front of the audience as he quickly covered up and continued the performance as it ended. Shortly after the Saturday Night Live performance, the next album would be teased along with a sneak peek of his next song, Industry Baby. It wouldn't be until July 23rd when it was finally released. The song was in collaboration with another rapper named Jack Harlow, who gained a lot more recognition after the song made its way to the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart. A few months after Industry Baby's release, the Montero album dropped, which included 15 different songs, older and newer. The album received overwhelming positive feedback from both fans and critics alike. For the next few months, Montero went on a hiatus until he came back in March of 2022 to tease Late to the Party, which was later released in June of 2022. The song didn't blow up like Montero's previous songs, but let's just say that the lyrics to the song are musical genius.
Fought it on these niggas. Oops, I think I shit it.
Before Late to the Party was released, Montero had also teased his first music tour called the Long Live Montero Tour. It began in September of 2022 where he performed Star Walkin', which wasn't released at the time. Later on, Riot Games approached Montero to collaborate on the League of Legends Championship event they were holding, and Star Walkin' was deemed the anthem for the event. It was officially released to the public on September 22nd and was later performed at the opening ceremony for the tournament in early November. Riot Games officially deemed Montero as the president of League of Legends and released a cosmetic based off of him. Fast forward to the present day, and as of this video, Montero's next album is still in the works, which he claims will be his best era yet when it drops.
It's going to eat. It's going to be great. You know me, when it's my time to come out and pop out, I'm going to come out and pop out and do my thing.
What's your inspiration for your music this time around?
My inspiration for my music this time around? My inspiration is finally stepping into a leadership role and a consistency role. You know, a role to get the ball rolling and keep it rolling instead of these little breaks in between music. You know what I mean? I'm excited. It's going to be great. It's going to be my best era yet.
Needless to say, we can only hope so. In conclusion, when it comes to the problems LGBT people face in today's society, Montero is the most influential person to shed light on those problems through his songs. Love him or hate him, he's impacted both the music industry and society as a whole, and it's impossible to deny that he's an expert at getting at least one of his songs stuck in your head. He is truly a master of his craft. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the Lil Nas X Hard Hitter documentary. I've had this video planned for at least 1.5 years now, and I'm happy to finally release it. Needless to say, this video took a long ass time to make, but in the end, it was all worth it. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. And if you enjoyed this documentary, please leave a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and leave a comment below talking about anything and everything Lil Nas X related. I read every single comment that I get. Anyways guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.